Okay, this is a description of the dissection of the posterior triangle of the neck, or the lateral region of the neck. This dissection was done by students in the fall of 2009. This is table 9. Okay, the borders of the posterior triangle of the neck include the posterior border of the sternocleidomastoid. So here's the sternocleidomastoid with its two heads. The clavicular head's been cut off from the medial end of the clavicle, and this is the round tendon for the sternal head. And then its superior attachment is to the mastoid process and to the lateral part of the superior nuchal line. So the posterior border of the sternocleidomastoid makes one border of the triangle. This is the trapezius that I'm holding. It's been reflected, and part of it is it's not complete. But the anterior border of the trapezius makes the posterior border, and then the base of the triangle is formed by the middle third of the clavicle, which has been removed. These are the cut ends of the clavicle, and the middle third of the clavicle has been removed. The posterior triangle of the neck is then subdivided by the omohyoid. This is the omohyoid, and the omohyoid attaches to the hyoid bone anteriorly and then to the superior border of the scapula posteriorly. And it subdivides the posterior triangle of the neck into two triangles. Superior to the omohyoid is the occipital triangle, which is the larger of the two subdivisions, and it's named the occipital triangle because in the apex of the triangle, where the sternocleidomastoid and the trapezius meet, is the occipital artery. Inferior to the omohyoid, smaller subdivision, is the omoclavicular triangle, or the subclavian triangle. It's named that omoclavicular because of the borders, the omohyoid and the clavicle, or the subclavian because the subclavian artery, which is here, and the subclavian vein are seen in that portion of the triangle, in the omoclavicular triangle. Okay, so we did the borders of the triangle. It has a muscular floor, and going from superior to inferior in the triangle, the semispinalis capitis, which is here, and that has been dissected from the previous dissection of the back and the back of the neck. So semispinalis capitis can sometimes be seen right in the apex of the triangle. Splenius capitis, which is here. Levator scapulae. And then the posterior and middle scalenes. This is the middle scalene, and then blending with it, posterior to it, is the posterior scalene. And then next is the anterior scalene, which is seen here. The anterior scalene, in order to visualize it the best, you have to cut the clavicular head of the sternocleidomastoid away and reflect it so you can see the anterior scalene. Some textbooks don't include that in the muscular floor of the posterior triangle of the neck, although it can appear in this corner, this most anterior medial corner of the triangle. Okay, why don't you pause it?